everybody. We've been thinking of you. In fact, we made something. Welcome to RMC 2020. Yay, welcome. We love you.
RMC 2020. Woo!
Woo! Welcome RMC 2020. Have a fun virtual RMC week. Welcome to RMC 2020. Woohoo! Woohoo! Welcome campers, virtual RMC 2020. Woo!
Yeah.
Welcome to RMC 2020.
Welcome to RMC 2020!
Have a great week.
Hello campers, welcome to RMC 2020.
Welcome to RMC 2020.
It's gonna be great.
Hello campers and families, volunteer counselors and staff. This is Cindy, your camp director, and I'm coming to you to welcome you to virtual RMC 2020. It's actually our 35th RMC. And what a different year it is, I know. And I would love to be able to see your smiling faces right now. I know we all want to be up in the Poconos at Camp Timber Tops. But because it's not possible this year, we were able to rally together and come up with a virtual platform that I really think you'll enjoy this week. I'd love to thank the people who made it possible. First, our volunteer counselors, the staff at the Philadelphia Ronald McDonald House, and some of our partners in the community that were able to put a platform together on a virtual level and bring in activities that would translate to this kind of thing. I also want to thank our donors because they support us every year. And donors of all levels, we thank you so much for everything that you do. We also thank Rotation Records for their extra technical support. And then a big shout out and thank you to our major sponsor, the Faro Blanco Tarpon Tournament this year. So we have a great program for you. And, you know, I want to start the evening off the way we always do with our very special camp song. Those of you who know the words and remember it, please sing along. It's a song that reminds us of friendships and memories that are made at camp. It's a song about friends that are with us and those that are no longer with us. And I think this year it's got special significance because none of us are physically up at camp. We're all in our separate homes, but the spirit of RMC is with us. And I think that this is a wonderful way to start. So enjoy.
Stars in the sky, bring the summer right back to me. Tell me you'll try to think about me whenever you see those stars in the sky. It's just a letter from a friend of mine, a little picture from another time, a little picture of a place that we used to go, a word or two about a friend we miss, a fond reminder of a promised kiss, a fond reminder of a vow we made long ago. Stars in the sky, bring the summer right back to me. Tell me you'll try to think about me whenever you see those stars in the sky. We went away when we were very young to find the person who we would become, to find the person that was hidden somewhere inside. What we discovered there it still holds true. The friends you make become a part of you. The friends you make will each return to you like the tide. Stars in the sky, bring the summer right back to me. Tell me you'll try to think about me whenever you see those stars in the sky. And if by chance you should be going there, please take this message that I hope you'll share. Please take this message to the ones too young to have learned. The time is short and there's so much to do. Don't waste a moment of what's given to you. Don't waste a moment, 'cause you'll never see it return. Stars in the sky, bring the summer right back to me. Tell me you'll try to think about me whenever you see those stars in the sky. Bring the summer right back to me. Tell me you'll try to think about me whenever you see those stars in the sky. Stars in the sky. Stars in the sky.
Oh, those stars in the sky. I never get tired of hearing that song. I hope you enjoyed it. For our new campers, it's something very special to us, and I think you'll learn it over the years. Speaking of new campers, of the 133 campers that we have in virtual camp this year, 20 of you are brand new to RMC. And I know that you'll feel welcomed when you go into your activities tomorrow and into your bunks if you're a junior camper. So campers that have been coming for a while, please look out for our new campers and bring them into the camp family. Junior campers, you're going to have fun because you'll be being placed into bunks with your bunk mates and with your cabin counselors. You'll be enjoying cabin time and lots of activities during the week. And then senior campers, you've already chosen out of a long list of activities, those activities that you really enjoy. So tomorrow we're going to start with our live Zoom calls. The junior camp comes in at 12 noon, senior camp comes in at 1 p.m. and I am looking forward to seeing all of your faces. It should be a really fun week. Also remember that everything will be communicated through our website. So feel free to check that out all the time. There's some pre-recorded videos that you can enjoy in your free time. And then there are links every day to the Zoom calls and to the evening programs. So enjoy yourselves, campers. We are going to go now into the second part of our program, and I have the honor to introduce our special guest, the very talented Martell.
Gonna get What's up, RMC campers? I'm Mark, and I got to tell you, I am super jazzed to be joining you guys today and help kick off virtual RMC Camp Week. I know it's going to be a blast. Yes, I did say jazzed, although I promise there will be no jazz played at any moment today. It's going to be only rock and roll, okay? I'd love to tell you a little bit about who I am, where I've come from. I am actually from Canada. I grew up speaking both French and English, so I had that going for me. I grew up in a really musical family. My mom, to this day, is the piano player and choir director in my dad's church. He's the pastor. And so as a kid, me and my brother and sister, we got to see mom and dad on stage every single week, you know, either leading the hymns or giving a sermon. And, you know, when you're young and you're seeing your parents do something really cool, there's something in you that just goes, I want to do that too. That's what mom and dad are doing. Someday I got to figure out how to do that. And the thing I really wanted to do at an early age was play music. Actually, my mom told me just recently, she reminded me that I was the kid that would much rather stay inside, practice the piano, sing songs, whatever, even than go outside and play with my friends. Although I do remember playing with my friends quite a bit, but maybe I did love music a little more than them. So at a young age, 5 or 6 years old, my mom put me in group piano lessons at my elementary school, and then I quickly decided that I wanted to do something a lot more focused, so my mom put me in private lessons, and like a lot of kids who take piano lessons young, and they weren't always fun for me. I hated practicing, but I did it, and I got through it, and I ended up taking 8 or 9 years of piano lessons. But at the age of 14, I wanted to try something new. I wanted to try a different instrument. So I asked my dad to buy me this old broken acoustic guitar just down the street at an estate sale where this old man had passed away, and they were selling off all his stuff, and my dad saw this kind of cool acoustic guitar there, but it had a huge crack in it, and someone had tried to fix it with tar, and it didn't look great, and it made my fingers bleed like crazy. But it's on that guitar that I started playing and writing my own music. I was playing Beethoven and Bach and all this stuff. And by the age of 14, on my guitar, I was like, this is really rock and roll. And so I started writing my own music. I quickly became known, especially in high school, as the music guy. And so every single year, my high school had this variety show, which was a talent show. And you could basically get up there and do whatever you wanted, whatever you were good at, whether it was tell jokes or for me, obviously, it was music. And so I got up there as many times as I could possibly every year, whether it was with a rock band or just by myself or as a duet with a girl. All I knew was that I wanted to play music. But growing up in Canada, I didn't know a single person who was a professional musician. And so I thought the whole idea of me doing this long term as a professional later on in life, that seemed like a really far off thing that was pretty much unattainable. I thought I'd probably end up being, I don't know, a scientist someday like my grandfather or even a pastor like my dad. But I just thought, I'm good at this music thing, but I think it's just going to be a hobby, even though that was the only thing I ever wanted to do. And I just kept playing music. I kept writing songs. And even when I went off to college, I met some friends and we formed a band. And we didn't know it was going to be anything serious, but we ended up getting signed to a record label just kind of out of the blue, a record label down here in Nashville, Tennessee, where I've lived for 20 years. And now when I look back to my childhood, I know that it was those early days of being in church every weekend, watching mom and dad on stage and saying to myself, I want to do that someday. And the first music that I ever learned was gospel music. It was hymns. It was reading music from a hymnal. And so that was just me. Those were my authentic beginnings. And I think it's really cool now, many years later, I make my living playing a lot of the music of Queen, who you might know. And the song, I won't tell you the whole story, it's a long story, but the song that started that whole journey for me was a gospel song written by Freddie Mercury. It's the only gospel song he ever wrote, but it's the song that kicked me off on this totally unexpected path as a professional musician, and I'd love to play it for you right now. It's called Somebody to Love. Ooh, yeah. Each morning I get up, I die a little. Can barely stand on my feet. Take a look in the mirror and cry, Lord, what you doing to me? I've spent my years believing you. somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? Yeah. I work hard every day of my life. I work till I can my bones. At the end of the day, I take home my hard-earned pay. All on my own, I go down on my knees and I start to pray till the tears run down from my eyes. Lord, somebody, ooh, somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? He works hard every day. I tried, but everybody wants to put me down. They say I've gone crazy. They say I don't want to read my brain. I've got no common sense, got nobody left to believe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the guitar solo, yeah. I just keep losing my beat, but I'm okay, I'm alright, 'cause I ain't gonna face another defeat. I just gotta get out of this prison cell. Someday I'm gonna be free, Lord. Find me somebody to love, 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 somebody, 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 somebody. Somebody find me somebody to love. Can anybody find me somebody to love? All right. Somebody to somebody to love, somebody to love, anybody, anywhere. Can you find me somebody to love? Somebody to love. Find me, find me, find me. So like I said, in 2001, my band got signed to a record deal in Nashville, Tennessee, so we decided it would make sense for us to move down to the States. So we found this cute little 4-bedroom house in Nashville that we could all live in together, and 2 of the guys were married. We had a road manager as well, so 7 grown adults living in a 4-bedroom house and not making any money. So we had to figure out how to make it work, how to make ends meet. We had to be really organized. I remember one of the wives at one point drew up a list of chores that everybody had to do, so everyone was pulling their weight. There was a list of who was making dinner every night. I was making my mom's tuna casserole once a week. We all bought this old beat-up Honda Civic that we all shared and ran into the ground really quick. And when that one wasn't working, I was driving the band's touring van around town. I remember I took a girl on a date in that thing, and that was really humbling. But we were living the dream. I was living the dream that I didn't even really know I had. Like as a kid, as a teenager, I thought maybe someday, but probably not. And then all of a sudden, here I am touring all over North America with my good friends and creating music and and recording in these really awesome studios. And with every album that we released, we got to expand our audience a little bit more, and getting to see more of the world. We did a tour in Europe. We did a tour in England and Ireland and even North Africa. So things were going really well. I thought, this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. We're really coasting along. And right around the time where we were recording our 6th album in 2011, I had written a song that I thought, this is the be-all, end-all of songs that I'd written. It was the best songs that I'd ever written. And my record label agreed. They thought, this is going to be a #1. And the band was excited about it. And so we released it to radio. And even all the people at radio were super excited, and they were playing it for their audiences. And then suddenly, about a month later, we start getting phone calls from the people who worked at the radio stations saying, we love this song, but it's just not connecting with our audience. And oddly enough, one of the reasons we were given for why the song wasn't connecting with the audience was that my voice sounded too much like Freddie Mercury. And I thought that was hilarious and sad at the same time, because I'd been told that I sound like him for almost 10 years at that point. And I'd become a big fan of the band Queen, and the song Bohemian Rhapsody was my favorite song, and I'd even recorded a version of it by myself just to see if I could figure out all the parts, and it was a really great education for me. Well, right around that time, the drummer of the band Queen decided to hold auditions for his own tribute band. So it was going to be a tribute band to his own band. Now, I know that sounds weird, but if anyone's going to try it, it may as well be a band as huge as Queen, right? So I decided to audition for this band, not to go off and do something else, but just to try something different. While I still had my own band, I thought, oh, this could be a fun side project. And I was really excited. I got to play Queen's music in front of the guy that wrote it. And that was one of the coolest experiences in my life. And it was all happening at the same time as my old band was starting to slow down, and I was having a lot of disappointment in that aspect of my career. But then all of a sudden there was this other thing that was very exciting, and people were super excited about the sound of my voice. And so that was the start of a brand new journey. And I'd love to play for you right now one of the biggest songs of all time, Bohemian Rhapsody. And this one's going to require the hat going on backwards. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, to me. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, ooh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really matters. Too late, my time has come. Sent shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Good I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bismillah, no. We will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah. We will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah. We will not let you go. Let me go. We will not let you go. Never will not let you go. Let me go. No, 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 mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me, for me. Yeah! So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here. Yeah! Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah. Nothing really matters, anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me. Anywhere the wind blows. Bohemian Rhapsody, everybody. One of the great masterpieces of rock and roll. Well, in 2012 is when I really began to perform the music of Queen on a semi-regular basis. I still had my full-time band. We were called Down Here, by the way. But we were at a point where we were starting to reconsider just how much longer do we want to do this band thing. Families were growing. All the guys had kids except for me. And they needed to be home more. We were playing fewer and fewer shows. All the while, this kind of weird, unexpected sideshow tribute thing I was a part of was starting to gather a little steam. And then by 2013, my old band shut down things for good. And so I was left without a full-time job. And I had to figure out what to do with most of my year. And I was newly married, was not only providing for myself anymore. And so I got to record a solo album, which was a lot of fun. I'm still proud of that album. I got to put together a small band, and we did a short tour. And it was on that tour, that solo tour, where I had to really ask myself some hard questions and deal face to face with the reality of my situation. The situation being that we were playing to audiences of about 13 to 50 people every night. And it was really hard to justify doing that. I remember driving home from Birmingham, Alabama one night. I believe it was the last show I ever played with that band. They were all asleep in the back because it was really late. We had to drive back to get the rental van back in the morning. And I was just thinking to myself, man, I think I'm done. I don't think I can do music anymore. It's just, I'm not going to be able to support a family in this line of work. It's getting really, really hard. And so I shared my discouragement with my wife the next day. And thank God I have a wise wife who can see the reality of things a lot better than I can in many, many situations. And she looked me in the eyes and said, Mark, you have to make some really hard professional decisions. You've got to change the way you do business. and you've got to rethink what kind of music you want to do with your life. Plan A was just to keep doing what I'd already been doing with my old band for 12, 13 years and until we were old and gray. And then in 2015, at the age of 38, I found myself in a situation where Plan A just wasn't going to pan out. It was over. It was done. History. And so now I was faced with a situation where there had to be a Plan B. I had no idea what that was going to be, but there had to be. And so together with my beautiful, talented, wise wife and my brand new manager that we brought on, who's also one of my best friends, we figured out a way for me to keep doing what I love, keep doing what I'm good at, which is performing music, singing my heart out. And now I get to travel all over the world singing the music of this incredible band, the music of Queen, and to thousands and thousands of people. It still blows my mind. And I get to do stuff like this where I get to share my story with people like you for Ronald McDonald House. And I got to be a part of the movie and lend my voice to that thing, which was also mind-blowing. So that just makes me think, Plan A is great, but Plan B can also be amazing and can even be better. And so I hope that you find that encouraging. I want to leave you with a song right now that is always fun to sing, but especially fun to sing when you're faced with incredible adversity. It's We Are the Champions. I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I've come through. And I mean to go on and on and on and on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time to lose us, 'cause we are the champions of the world. I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You've brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before all human race, and I'd never lose. And I mean to go on and on and on and on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. Oh, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions. Everybody together now, of the world. All right. Okay, so before I go, campers, one more announcement. There's an opportunity coming up, especially for those of you who love to sing, to join me in a music video for an upcoming event for the Ronald McDonald House. Now, Cindy will have all that information for you during camp week, and I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway, that's all for now, guys. Thank you so much. I've had a blast. I hope you have as well. Have a great virtual camp week. Bye-bye.